question is what advice do you have for a Salafi community where the women folks also, they are also interested in taking leadership position? They also wanted to be part of the decision makers. What advice do you have for them? Jazakumullah khairan.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created man and has created woman, men and women. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, upon His great and infinite wisdom, has given roles to the men and roles to the women, and rights and responsibilities to the men and rights and responsibilities to the women. And everyone has their role to play in community, in society. And everyone has their lofty status, just as Aisha radiallahu anha had, just as Khadija radiallahu anha had. Those are the types of women that the sisters should be taking as role models. Look at the great Aisha radiallahu anha and the great Khadija radiallahu anha. Take them as your examples and role models. When it comes to the affairs of da'wah, then no doubt, da'wah in its basis, it is a responsibility that the men have to cover. The prophets and messengers, they were all sent men. There were no women as prophets and messengers. The men are going to take the majority of that responsibility. No doubt the women have a role to play. No doubt about that. There is going to be a role for the women to play within the da'wah for the sisters. Maybe a new sister becomes Muslim. Maybe new sisters are coming into the community. There needs to be some coordination between the sisters and the brothers. Without a shadow of a doubt, there must be coordination between them. And the sisters can give their input. They can give their input and their advice. They can suggest to the brothers that we have a certain number of sisters, or there is a new sister who became Muslim, or this happened or that happened. The sisters can give their input and their opinions and their advice to the brothers that we think it's a good idea if we could do this or we could do that. But it should be done in that way of coordination. The sisters can give their input and their advice and their opinions to the brothers. The brothers can then look at that situation as well, and they can then decide on how to proceed. But it is not befitting for a woman to say that she wants to be, for example, and I do not think anybody would say this, but I'm saying as an example, that a woman says she wants to be in charge, or that she or the sisters want to make their own decisions separate of the brothers. That is not going to bring about a fruitful community and society. A fruitful method is that the sisters give their input and their suggestions to the brothers, and the brothers look at those carefully. It is not for the brothers to say the sisters must do this or must do that, and the sisters are telling them, but we cannot because of this reason or that reason. There must be some communication between them and coordination between you all. And the sisters give their input and their suggestions, and the brothers look at that to make the final decisions on how to do things in the da'wah and what to proceed with and what events to do. But be upon that good communication so that the da'wah is fruitful for the sisters and the new sisters coming into the da'wah too.